All right, good morning, neighbors. Everybody, as you guys can see here, we got a car full of parts and we are on our way . Shop to drop off this car to get the cooling mods done. Now my braking miles are done. We're actually 100 miles over, which is good, And yesterday night I did some test hits, nothing crazy, just to like 4K RPM, pretty much where the tuner let off on the base map, just to get a feel for it. And this car feels real good. Now obviously just up to 4K RPM is kind of where the supercharger comes alive, and I feel like where the power band begins with the cam and the Vic Jr setup. So as soon as it starts to feel good, I have to cut it off, but soon enough we will be getting this car retuned. As soon as I get this car back, as soon as I get this car back from the shop, I'm trying to get this car retuned ASAP. You got like no traction, bro. No traction. It sounds amazing, and I'm not even going full watt. Like, this thing sounds amazing. It sounds just like the white car, but obviously with the 5.4, way deeper. And I'm like not even technically in like the power band, and this thing feels good. It feels like it wants to go. I can tell right now this is significantly quicker than the white car. Obviously it's gonna make more power, but it feels a hell of a lot better. It's way more torquey. It feels like a riot. That's why I love these older cars. It feels like a riot because like as soon as I start to get into boost, like 4K is when the tires start to, you know, kick out. I don't know how much it's gonna pick up on cam because the stability with the GoPro, it actually keeps things pretty stable, which is surprising because like this car is going sideways, but the GoPro, everything is like still straight. That kind of tells you how, you know, much of an improvement they made with these GoPros, because with the Hero 8, it would kind of get kind of shaky, but with the 10, you know, it's pretty straight, which is legit. Makes you know, longboard videos look good, BMX videos look good, skateboarding videos look good, you know, inline skate videos look good. Shit, even makes the car vids look good, man. Come on, light. Temps are at 194. Not bad. We'll do another hit. Oh shit! That was like a little bit too much right there. Like it just gets out, it just gets away from you. I can't do shit with these tires. This thing feels like the 350 when I first did the long tube headers in the E85 combo. That was almost bad. I ain't gonna bullshit. That was almost bad. I almost lost that shit. Oh my god. That was almost real bad. The steering wheel was pointed one way and I was going the other. Oh my god. Let me stop bullshitting on these tires, man. Like I want to do a 60 roll, but I can't. I literally can't because like 60 is like at 38. So if I put my foot down, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna it's gonna take off. It probably won't spin at first, but as soon as the car gets in the boost, it's a wrap. I know it. Because with these 355 gears, like third gear 60, that was the roll in the white car. That's what felt good. 40s too. This thing sounds and feels crazy, bro. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. And all the timing is pulled out on this base map. I remember the tuner told me, he said on the base map pretty much all the timing is pulled out. It's on like the base of the base tune right now, so we can get that revision. Woo, this thing's gonna be cooking. This thing's gonna be cooking. What do y'all think this car is gonna make too? Let me know down in the comment section. All right, so as I was saying before we hit a crazy amount of traffic, what do you guys think this car is gonna make, man? Because of all the quirks that this car has kind of had, the only thing the previous owner wasn't 100% about was the gears, which was a good thing. What do you think this car is going to put down on the dyno? Now, for me personally, the dyno number isn't everything. I'm more curious about the power curve because I've already had a Procharged 2-valve before. I'm really curious to see how this 5.4, the Vic Jr, and the heads cam setup kind of reacts with the Procharger at around 15 to 17 psi boost, because that's about how much boost this thing is pulley down for with the pulley combo and the overdrive pulley. Now, in all reality, do I think this car is going to make 650 wheel horsepower? Probably not. I'm being 100%. I think I said that when I first picked up the car. That's just what the previous owner said. Honestly, I'd be happy with anything between, realistically, 550 and 620 in all reality. Because I've already had a car like this, because I know how much they weigh, because I know how much, you know, a difference a 355 versus 410 gear ratio is, and how this car reacts from a second gear 40, a third gear 60 with the 3650 and a 355 gear ratio at the 450 to, let's say, 500 horsepower that the white car was at. It was in that range, probably upper 400s, might have kissed 500 wheel horsepower. I'd be incredibly happy with a 550 to 620 wheel horsepower setup. Now, if this thing made like 630, I would be astonished. If it made 650, I'd be incredibly happy, and that means the previous owner was right on the money and they were not lying. But if it made, like I said, like 550, 570, 580, I'd be happy too, just for the fact that the car is not going to stay like this. I am going to be upgrading the head unit. This is a P1SE1 head unit, which is a rather small head unit. I know if I was to go ahead and put a D1SE head unit with the same amount of boost I'm running right now, it 100% would make well over 600 wheel horsepower. If I was to pulley it down to about 18 to 20 push-pounds of boost, it'd be high 600 wheel horsepower. So it's just one of those things where I just want to go out and test the car with the setup it has right now. I mean, this car, the way it is right now, I'd say on the heavy end, it's 3,300 pounds. After I go ahead and do the weight reduction, put a drag pack on the car, it's literally going to be lighter than the white car, and that car was 3,220 with the stock member, with the stock, or not the stock, the 18-inch front wheels, and pretty much a heavier treadstone intercooler. Now, this car has a tubular front end. It does have full suspension. Obviously, it's on the street setup, but with the drag pack and with some aftermarket racing seats, or I should say just seat, this car will definitely be, you know, in that 3,100 pound range race weight. So I know this car will 100% move with this setup, and especially with a D1SE Procharger, or, you know, maybe, you know, a D1X or an F1X setup if I do decide to go that size. Now, again, I'm more curious about the curve, because if this car continues to make power past 6,500, because I don't know the exact specs on the cam, but I do know that typically when you do a heads cam Vic Jr setup, and considering the fact this car does have forged rods, pistons, and a crank, 6,500 can be done no problem. So I'm going to be telling the tuner to spin it to 6,500, and if it's still making power and the Procharger realistically isn't being overspun that bad, because at 6,500 this Procharger is technically going to be like overspun a little bit. I'm okay spinning it a little bit too past like the safe point, because I did that with the Vortec head unit. But if it's making power past 65, which I do believe this car is going to make power past 65, I'm going to spin it to about 68 and see what it makes. And if it still doesn't drop off, then I know that I'm good to go with, you know, a D1SE, a D1X, or a P1X setup. Probably could even fit maybe like an F-Series Procharger, but the space in the engine bay is kind of tight. All right, so we are in Humble, Texas. You guys can probably tell that we are going to Chris Cardock, because they got some honest fellows working there. So hopefully we get the car knocked out in the next couple of days. So I can get this car retuned. Got some tires on the way. You guys will find out what tires I decided to go ahead and get in the next couple of vids. And I also think I'll have my seats available for pickup as well. So car reacts right now, and I haven't even gotten really on it, and it's on no timing. I'm just gonna be playing it safe than sorry, because the worst thing that could happen is you buy tires and they just don't work, and then you're back at the tire shop getting shit mounted again for the second time that week. Starting to get hot and all this stop and go traffic. My coolant temps are starting to go up. It's like 204 right now, which realistically isn't that bad. Fan ain't kicking on, but I'm really curious to see. I'm curious to see how this car is gonna react with pretty much everything fixed. Let's go, buddy. Like Ferraris in that shop and like Lambos. Maybe they're not in there yet.
Turn left onto Treble Drive.
Whoosh! Whoosh! Here for right now. All right, let's go ahead and take care of business, and I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. All right, so I just dropped off the car. We're gonna be replacing the radiator fan, the electrical housing for the radiator fan, the coolant reservoir tank, as well as the thermostat, because all those I believe are bad. I know the fan is bad 100%, but I wanted to go ahead and get everything else in that general area. Now after this is all done, hopefully I pick up the car in the next day or two. We should be good for a retune, so hopefully that gets done the end of this week, if not the beginning of next week. So if you guys are excited, because I know I am, make sure you guys drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.